Hello everybody, welcome to a playthrough for Master Division, and the big smile on my face is that the 9-hole cup is back. To what extent? Who knows, but I will be happy about it for a bit at least, and we're gonna play a mix of the Sierra Plateau and the Parc de Paris with regular pins, and it's gonna be with wind changes as well. So the wind will be shifting from the qualifying round that starts on the Thursday, the 6th of March, to then the Saturday, the 8th of March. So you have two qualifying round days. For those that do not remember, you can qualify day 1, which is Thursday, or qualify day 2, which is the Friday, and then you do have the final round that is played on the Saturday. Make no mistake, there is no Sunday play when it comes to the 9-hole cup. So you have that in mind. In this video, you will see me talk you through the holes that we're going to play. They are general. Have that in mind. So these are not the wins that you will get when you're playing the tournament. For those of you that are looking to get access to the best guides on the market, scan the QR code here on the screen or use the link patreon.com/goldclashtommy that is in the description down below. There you can sign up for our 9-hole cup guides. If you are not looking for a seasonal commitment, you can buy access to the tournament as a standalone. And also, Quick 9 guides are out. Yes, we are going live with the seasonal packages for Quick 9, where you can get access to the Quick 9 content that we are doing, so you don't have to purchase as a one-off every time. Now, that option would still be there as an individual and as a clan if you would like to. You don't have to do a seasonal commitment, but that option is now live. Link in the description below. Last but not least, info box on the right hand side to get to the club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, also what ball and club type I suggest you to play with. Now, let's go to hole number 1. Hole number 5, here we are also going to try to play into a big funnel by playing on the right hand side here on the drive. We are using our Apocalypse as we do need distance. We are also using top spin and right spin. Adjust, we're gonna go max plus a 10 P3 number. So even if we pull into overpower, we shall use that amount of overpower. If you do want to have a slower needle, then you can swap to a P4 or a P5 ball. Now, this is maybe a bit of a sloppy drive and not really a drive that I would, stand by that, oh, can't you do better, Tommy? Yeah, I should be able to do better. But for the purpose of this playthrough, we do want to get this ball down the right hand side to get into this situation. Now I'm using the Falcon. You can use the Thorn as well if you would like, doing a fringe shake there in the back. And now it's all about finding this massive funnel. If you would be wiggling left and right here, you will see that the ball guideline will have a massive sticky, which we call a funnel. Now it's all about finding that spot, so to be in it. And you can see here now that even if I'm moving left or right, I will still be in it in terms of if you look at the tip of my ball guideline. It's all about, for me here, finding a straight ball guideline to hole, being into the funnel. The reason I don't like to have a curved ball guideline is that I will then be more inclined to miss left, and it will be more dependent on speed. If we do have a straight ball guideline, the speed it's not going to be that big of a deal, as it's always going to have a straight line towards the pin. 10% elevation, we roll up the green and we're into the funnel and dropping easily for an eagle. For hole number 9, and we're starting a P3 max rest. It does not show on the replay, as it is a replay glitch standard when you do swap balls. So white ring by the rough line at max P3 rest. 3.2 top spin and 1 left spin. Adjust 1-to-1 with a poke 8, which is max plus 20 P0. And then once we have adjusted, we are just going to center the ball and hit perfect. Have in mind that if you do want to play with a P2 ball and not a P3 ball, then you swap ball after you have made your adjustment, not before. Center the ball, We're looking to get to around 375 yards, which will be a perfect range for us. So we're not taking any risks here after testing loads of different type of aggressive approaches. I felt this one in the end gave the best result. On the second shot, we're going to do one backspin and one right spin. So we're setting that first. Then we're going to find position, which is going to be with the ball guideline 2 green squares short of the pin. You can see it like that. And it should obviously be in line with pin. Adjustment is going to be from +7 and +8. We play 1 to 1 plus 0.3. So here with a +6 yardage, we are playing 8.3 rings. This is the do nothing angle. So we are just going to make the adjustment. We're pulling from the white ring. Then last piece of the puzzle, we're adding underpower. It's going to be circle break underpower, and this to compensate to not coming too hot. Hole number 9, definitely a makeable one, but as like at least hole 6, they are tough par 5s, and it requires full focus and great execution. I just want to display first and foremost the setup that you will see the drop for. And the blue ring by the rough line at min P0 line, pack the sniper to easily find min line. Now, you're just seeing this as a replay for the setup itself. You can see me adjusting the wrong way, but this is for the shot that you will see, because this is an old guide shot and I just wanted to display this one without the replay glitch. You can see after the adjustment I'm swapping to a P2 ball, and that's the problem with this type of shot, because now look, with the old replays we had in the game, it did not really locate the ball swaps, so that's why it looks messy. I'm starting with a sniper. So this is the shot that you will see the drop with, and here I'm starting at min P0 line with my quarterback and a P0 ball. Once I've done the adjustment, I can then swap to any P0 to P2, side spin 4 plus, win 0 ball, win 5 ball if I so like, or I stay with the ball that I do have from start if I do have the stats on that P0 ball. Adjust min, and then we are using circle break right curl here. Perfect ball it is. We bounce on the fairway, up onto the green, and we are dropping nicely in the hole 4 and hole in 1. Now, I could maybe have located a different type of replay, but I don't really have that many on this hole, unfortunately. That's why I wanted to do this little weird recording. So hopefully it makes sense. If you do have a tailwind, you can decide to play with a sniper instead, because then playing with a driver is going to put you at min club. So a lot to think about on this par 3, but no matter what though, should always be a simple birdie with a good chance for an hole in 1. On the drive, we start with a QB and P1 ball in NMT. All the topspin with quarterback, which is 5 topspin and 2 left spin. Then we're swapping to a POC and sniper bag. Adjust max plus 20 P0, 1 to 1 with a POC 8. And then we're gonna go circle, drop, overpower in the end. We're looking to get close to the rough, but this, I just wanted to specify this because it looks closer than what it actually is. You can see here that the ball rolls down the fairway, and when it comes here to the end, it do trail right. So it's actually, even though it looks very close, it is not as close as it looks, because it trails right and there is a couple of yards left to play there. However though, if you do want to play with a P2 or P3 ball, you can always reduce the topspin slightly, like do 4.9 topspin instead of the 5 topspin, and allow for a little bit more room. P1 ball, we recommend to keep the topspin, because otherwise there is a risk that you are a little bit short on the approach. For the second shot here on hole number 3, we're going to go with 4 topspin. So you can see here now that I'm moving slowly up towards the 4 mark. Obviously you don't have to do that slow. I'm looking to have the yellow ring to be by the rough line, ball guideline to go just through the hole. As the drive is very consistent, the ball guideline will be approximately 1 green square through the hole all the time with the yellow ring by the rough line. But if you happen to be completely off with the ball guideline, don't be afraid of re-spinning. It's more important to keep the landing spot because it's from there we're judging the wind angle as well on the approach. Now, we're going to play 100% slider, so max club, minus 15% elevation P1 numbers. And that is from +3 and +4. This is the no tweak angle, so we're just gonna center the ball and hit perfect. And you can see we clipped rough nicely, and it rolls down towards the pin, and it looks like it's gonna drop short, but it always has good speed, hitting dead center for the albatross here on hole number 3. Take your game to the next level with our ultimate tournament text guides for the Mardi Gras Masquerade 9-hole cup. We are doing a Master Division guide where we are providing free-to-play ball alternatives and paid ball alternatives for every hole that you are playing in a Master. When it comes to the other content we do have on the channel, we are now live with our seasonal packaging for the Quick 9. You do have a link to the Quick 9 Patreon in the description down below. You can obviously go and buy standalone access as well to the Quick 9 guides if you would so like. But due to request, we have now gone live with some packaging. Everything can be found on patreon.com/golfclashtommy or patreon.com/quick9. Links in the description down below. Hole number 1. There are different ways of playing this par 4. You can either go on the right side, you can go straight forward, you can even go on the left side. And if it is a nice tailwind, then we can actually send it to be on the green. So many different ways of playing it, but I would say the default way to go has always been to go on the right hand side. Here we're just max +10. If it is a headwind, then we play with an Apocalypse. If it is a crosswind or a tailwind, you can decide to play with the Rock. And this is obviously a better club to go with in the sense of having a better accuracy, which always going to help when it comes to if you hit a great ball. 343 yards. Second shot, here we're going for a rough bump. It looks more aggressive than what it actually is. But when you play with an accurate club such as the B52, or if you play with the Grizzly that has 100 in accuracy, even if you do hit great on either side, if you have just positioned the landing spot in the best possible way here, then you're going to have no problem to hit great on either side and still be fine. No elevation on the second shot, and we are here going to use the fringe check that you saw there, me doing in the beginning as our reference. Now, the fringe check or the pin check or landing position, regardless what check you're doing, is going to differ depending on what type of wind direction you have. Now, this is working this time, but it might need a little change if the wind angle is different. Dropping dead center for the eagle here on hole number 1. On hole number 7, we're gonna do a very fun play in my opinion. We are going to do a rough bump, but it doesn't look like it. We start with a P0 ball, aligning the second bounce with pin. So we are looking at the second bounce to be at the same line as where the pin stands, being before spin. Then we are setting 1 right spin and 1.8 top spin. And what you can do here is actually set this with a Marlin that will allow you to set the position and the spins very easy. After that you can swap to any Win 5 ball that you may have. Adjust is 1-to-1 plus 1.8, and I understand that adjusting from such a high view is going to be a bit difficult to be accurate, but no matter what though, a great ball left or right is going to be safe, and the idea here is to clip the first rough, roll down like we do, dead center for the hole in 1. On the drive here on hole number 1, starting with a P0 ball and a puck in NMT, moving rings left, moving 1 ring left, this to allow to be able to hit great right, otherwise you can't do that, you will clip the rough. 7 top spin, 3 left spin, and then we are making an adjustment that is max plus 20 P0, 1-to-1 with a puck 8. Center the ball and hit perfect, and we're looking to get to around 365 yards. Have in mind that playing with 1159 risks getting a little glitch throw, and that's not something we do want to have, because that will obviously throw off the drive distance, and that will make the second shot being slightly different than what we do want. We want dead bounces like that to, once again, around 365 yards. You can play with any power 1 plus ball, side spin 3, win 5. On the second shot, we are going to do a top blue ring fringe check, where the fringe meets the fairway ball guideline to go over the pin, and with this drive is going to be consistently around +2 and +3, or at least that was for me. 4 and 1 click top spin and 3 right spin, so simple spins, bullseye by the edge of the rough line with ball guideline through the hole. Then we are turning around here and looking at our wind angle. You can see that in the distance, I'm looking at the big tree. I'm also looking at the sign to the right as my reference point. Here we are making an adjustment that is from +2 and +3. We use 64% slider, minus 15% elevation, P1 numbers. And we're pulling from the clearing. And in this wind angle in particular, we're doing no tweaks whatsoever. So we just center the ball, hit perfect, and we hope for the best. You can see there that we are playing through that bush, and that's, I mean, totally fine. Rolls down the green, dropping dead center for the eagle here on hole number 1. Get the best guides on the market for the Spring Major Tournament Pro Expert and Master Division on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. Link in the description down below. For hole number 8 in headwind, we are playing with a driver, and that we do with a red ring by the rough line. And we are setting 2 left spin and 4.5 bar backspin with our quarterback. We adjust from min lines, we're using min numbers. And here, what is important to have in mind is that in crosswind and in tailwind, we're using a wood club instead, doing the similar type of play. There is a rough bump up there approximately, but the rough bump is only going to be in play if we do have a decent wind angle to adjust, because it's very easy to, not very easy, but if you do have a wind left to right, trying for that rough bump, the trees is going to be in play, and that's going to be a problem. Ball gets up nicely, dropping dead center for the hole-in-one here on hole 8. Hole number 6, and we are going to send it. So that's at least what I'm going to show. If you do have a tailwind, you can do some sort of power shot to get yourself close to green. And that is something that I do feel is recommended if the wind angle is favorable, because the layup here is going to be very difficult to drop consistently from distance. But if you do have like a straight crosswind, or a headwind, or like the wrong type of tailwind, which could be like a right to left tailwind, then I would not recommend to try this type of shot. All the hook or slice or whatever it's called, together with some topspin and right spin, and the intention here is to bounce, roll, and if you're lucky, you can be on the green. Obviously, I'm not naive thinking that this is going to be a shot that always going to be where we are there, but the fact that that is a chance is going to open up for us to have a nice and sweet way for the albatross. But you need to have in mind that the rough and the sand is most definitely in play, and the water is in play as well, because if you are misadjusting the drive or putting yourself in the wrong place, and then you have the water in play. So it's a risky shot, but it's a calculated risk in my opinion, because the layup is a very difficult one. Thank you everybody for watching this playthrough for the Mardi Gras 9-hole cup, a mix of the Sierra Plateau and the Parc de Paris now with the 9-hole cups being back. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the content. If you're looking for access to our premium guides, you scan the QR code. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in your Golf Clash game.